Recently, I got an iPad, and for sure, it's not just me who've been eyeing this device. You too and others as well that might be watching this video. Maybe you're curious about what it can do, how its performance, or probably you want to know how can this device help on my daily life. So this is my iPad 9th generation, and let's fire this review up. And today's video sponsor is me. I bought this one. Let's start with some quick specs roundup. This iPad 9 Gen is running with A13 Bionic chip and has connectivity of Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 4.2. And what I have here is Wi-Fi model only and has storage of 64 gig. The weight is relatively light. It's 1.09 pounds with just the iPad only. So let's start this iPad review. The main reason why I got this iPad 9th generation is Procreate. I used to have a drawing tablet without screen. It really felt hard to use as I was starting to learn art. But with this application, exclusively only available for iPad, it brings out the artist in me. Jokes aside, I'm currently starting to learn animation, arts, anatomy, background and scenery illustrations, and drawing all in all with this iPad 9th Gen that supports Apple Pencil 1st generation and Procreate. Learning it has been easy and more enjoyable. The application itself is somewhat user-friendly, and if you can allot your time to this app, it will definitely make you a better artist and hugely improve your skills, as almost every resources that you need like brushes, effects, and settings, it's all here. The second notable thing about iPads generally is immersive display, big screen, and wide vision. This iPad 9th generation has 10.2-inch Retina display with 2160 by 1620 resolution, and one of my favorite things about this is how calendar is immersive. This is the reason why I upload much more often than before. With planning and organizing date and time schedule, I was able to be more productive. Every time I see my calendar with bunch of ongoing schedules on this huge iPad screen, it tricks me to the point of thinking like I'm an NPC and I have to follow this system. This is actually life-changing for me as, a tech person like me wants life to be more innovative, and this device offers that. Gaming is immersive as well. I'm not really a huge fan of mobile gaming, but with this iPad 9th Gen, it's also immersive to the point that it is inviting me to play a game, like Clash of Clans. It was a few years back when I last played this game, so I've thought, why don't I give it a try? And yeah, graphic is still good with this kind of big display, of course, better than smartphones, and I guess this is really the charm of this iPad. Portable gaming plus wide screen. And we're not even talking yet about high-quality games like Genshin Impact, which is an intensive game. Yes, this iPad 9th Gen can play those games as well, and that's because it's equipped with A13 Bionic chip with 64 architecture and neural engine. Same chip used as well on my iPhone 13. Multitasking is no problem. You can do it as well using the split screen view or watch some videos using the picture-in-picture feature while doing some research. We'll talk about entertainment later. One of the reasons as well why I have this iPad 9th generation is productivity. I've been using Notion for a long time on my gaming laptop. Despite laptops being portable already, there would be some time that it's gonna be quite tiring, and battery life is somewhat not enough, especially if you don't have a high variant battery laptop. With this iPad 9th generation, every activities that I do on Notion would be synced on my Notion on this iPad. This gives me more flexibility to continue things that I'm doing from laptop to this iPad without getting fatigued from sitting for a long time. And it's not just about that. We also have Apple Notes. It's more versatile as you are able to handwrite text and stuff, which make things a lot easier again in this iPad. You also have the scribble feature, which enables you to handwrite things, and the system will automatically transform it into text. Best for students. You can also scan text and photos using pictures and manage different kinds of tasks. To be honest, there's a lot more. So this iPad would jump scale your productivity limits, especially for content creators, people who wants to be systematically disciplined, and for students again. Really good tool for learning, studying, and note-taking using applications like Notability and Good Notes. It could really help students who prefer learning stuff in digital way. And you can also get educational apps, courses, and more resource for learning on this iPad 9th Gen. With all of this going on, you don't have to worry about battery life. This is actually insane, and I did not really expect this, as this is currently the only latest and cheapest entry-level iPad that Apple is currently selling. It's currently marketed as a device that has 10 hours of battery life while watching videos with Wi-Fi on. At first, when I decided to get this iPad 9th Gen, one thing that I've thought that I need to abandon when purchasing this is battery life. But wow, I'm amazed. Personally, on my experience, I only have to charge this once per day. I've been drawing a lot, left and right opening productivity apps and web browsers, while listening endlessly to Spotify, gaming as well during breaks, and watching some animes. I'm actually mind blown to the point that I might say this iPad 9th Gen is all-in-one device. Best alternative for laptop, or maybe you don't need a laptop anymore. But here's the thing. On iPad 9th Gen, it's okay as an alternative. Powerful as well, but not as much as the higher models, which I can say confidently that you might not really need a laptop anymore. But with this, including all the stuff that I've said in this video, you can also edit audios and videos. You can also write basic codes if you want, depending on your usage, you can do that. Of course, things like rendering, dedicated gaming, and some PC stuff is not possible, but back again to being a all-in-one device, you can connect multiple devices using Bluetooth, like keyboards and speakers, and the best thing as well if you have a budget, which I don't have, it's compatible with Apple or third-party smart keyboard cases, like 2-in-1 accessories that acts as protection case for your iPad and seamlessly connect your iPad via smart connector to the smart keyboard that is built in on the case. And you have a bonus Apple Pencil. Technically not really bonus, it costs a lot, we'll talk about that later, but you know, with this you have everything. Much portable than laptop with some sacrifices, but with better battery life. And it could be the best device for your lifestyle. But mainly I would say video editing on iPad is something on my vision in the future. And it's already happening on higher iPad models, which you can edit videos using Final Cut Pro with just an iPad. Of course, if you got tired from all of this work, studying, and productivity stuff, media consumption is incredible as well, like watching Netflix and YouTube, blasting sounds using Spotify, which I want to note as well, despite having only two stereo speakers below the portrait setup, it's actually loud enough. Louder than my Asus TUF F15. Sounds are clearer as well. I also did not expect that on this entry-level iPad. Aside from that, you can also read ebooks with immersive display, and as for me, reading manga has been my go-to activity. Ecosystem has been sweet as well. Using my iPhone like airdropping references to this iPad 9 Gen for Procreate drawings, Apple Notes syncing as well from iPhone to iPad and vice versa, all that Apple IE stuff, you know. You can also check your Apple Health progress from your Apple Watch and iPhone in this iPad. For me, it's also an integrated gadget as I'm using it as an alternative security device for monitoring pets that unleashes their rats and chaos on different furnitures in the house, like they have a work or salary to buy another one, or much more than that in your case. There's still a lot of things to talk about, like using it as secondary display for your laptop, easily accessing PDFs and Microsoft stuff as well. Use it as main audio or video editing device using GarageBand or iMovie. If that's possible for you, I'm not really onto that, but might be what you need. But you still get the point. It's doable. But the final question here is it worth the price? As for the specific iPad 9th Gen that I have, as currently entry-level iPad that's been officially being sold and marketed by Apple right now, yes. This is just my opinion based on my usage and what it can do to help my daily life. The price plays around $300 to $350 US dollars with just an iPad only. You're gonna have to spend additional $100 to $150 US dollars for Apple Pencil first generation. Personally, this device is worth it and one of the best investments iPad model that you can get as an alternative to things with ability to do some work, productivity, studying, entertainment, gaming, and battery life. You've got it all. Maybe you're a student, this is even better. Maybe you're an artist, this is the best. But there's also some problems based on my opinion, and I'm gonna be quick on this one. It's still on lightning cable. The visible home button is not really aesthetically pleasing, but personally, the reason why I don't like it because I want Face ID as much as possible, and this only has the fingerprint sensor that acts as its main security function. The camera both front and rear with 12 megapixels ultra-wide with center stage and 8 megapixels on the back respectively, they are super bad set of cameras which is already given. Maybe I'm just really photographic sensitive. It's also recording videos only on 1080p quality resolution, but it's really functional. And I would suggest it as device for Zoom meetings and Google Meet where video conferences are needed or maybe just capture some quick moments. But here we come, the most annoying problem. Some social media apps like Instagram, it doesn't look like an iPad. Basically, the application development is just like you're looking on mobile with some black borders on the side, which removes the immersive capability of the screen, which is pretty bad to look at on iPad, and not just because of the black sidebars, but the quality quite degrades itself as well. And it's something that you don't expect on this kind of device that should be offering full punch of immersion. So what do you think? Hopefully this video helped you or you've learned something or maybe cleared some viewpoints on your purchasing decision. You can help me as well by subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would help me as well. And if you have any thoughts or want to share some suggestions or want to ask some questions, feel free to comment down below. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. Again, Hermes here. Thanks for watching and catch you guys on the next one.